Hi, welcome back to System Foundations. We are going to install Elementary OS today. So that's going to be a new desktop machine inside of our infrastructure. So we have a System Foundations infrastructure, and we're going to install a new OS. So let's go ahead and look at that. This should be sort of what your VirtualBox looks like. Should be very similar to this. So let's go over and click New. Now when you click New, you'll have a couple of options right there. In our case, we're going to make it CYB DSK03. This is Desktop System 03. The location for that is, of course, specific to you, wherever your location is. The type is Linux. And the version over there for what version to use. Oracle 64 seems to be what comes up by default. Of course, this is Oracle VirtualBox, so we expect that. In this case, I'm not sure exactly what Elementary OS runs. We'll guess that it runs Ubuntu 64-bit. So I'll go ahead and choose Next. The RAM right there, I'm leaving this really low on the RAM, and that's just because I want this to be compatible with all of your systems. So we'll leave 1 gig of RAM. Create a virtual hard disk, yes. Now all my virtual hard disks, dynamically allocated, all of my virtual hard disks of any sort, of any real size, I'm making 64 gigabytes. Now that is dynamically allocated, so it only uses the space that it actually needs. 64 gig is not a huge chunk on your disk, it's just the limitation of that disk. So if you did copy things into it, it would expand up to the point of 64 gig, and if you did not have 64 gig in your system, you would run out of space. But this is only going to take a couple of gig. So let's go ahead and choose Create. Now we chose Create, and this is different. We're not importing a device, you're actually installing an operating system this time. And this is important that you know how to do this for just about everything in your information technology or cybersecurity, computer science life. So over there, we've got this. Let's go to Settings, and let's look at a couple of the settings. One of the things I do right off the bat is I enable shared clipboard and drag and drop bidirectionally from the machine back to the host. These basic settings, we're not going to change those. The system, I'm going to disable the floppy drive. I'm not choosing multiple processors this time. We probably, if you can, go ahead. If you can, go ahead and choose 2 processors. In fact, I'll choose 2 processors right now, and hopefully everybody there will have at least 2 cores in your system. So that way, at the very least, the system installs symmetric multiprocessing. And that's one of those things that, oh my goodness, should I do that? Nah, let's not. We'll keep it 1 CPU. All right, display over there. Let's go ahead and crank that display up as far as it'll go. 128 meg is as much as it'll let us get right here. Storage, this is where we need to select wherever you downloaded the Elementary OS image. Now, over on the Vault in System Foundations, we have the Elementary OS ISO. So go ahead and download that, save it to your downloads folder wherever it's going, and then select it right here. So when you select this, you're going to go over here and you're going to choose the virtual optical disk drive. Now, for me, I've already downloaded it, so I've got it there. For you, choose the virtual optical disk drive, click that folder, and go wherever you downloaded it. If you don't know where it downloaded on your system, then shame on you. You should always know where your files are going when you download stuff. Okay, so now we got that. On the controller, the IDE, leaving that just the way it is. On the controller, SATA or SATA, go ahead and choose Use Host IO Cache. So Use Host IO Cache. Go ahead and select that, and we're going to select solid state drive on that thing too. Next, audio. We're leaving audio enabled. Network. You know the network options here. So over there, we're going to go ahead, and the very first thing we're going to do for the very first option here is going to be that host only, right? Maybe. And we're going to allow all. And then our second one over here is going to be our network. And we're going to allow all there. 2 adapters. All right. Serial ports, don't need them. USB, if you want those, then go ahead and choose USB 3.0 and then choose OK. Let's see if we got those in the right order. Host only adapter and then NAT network. Is that right? Yeah, host only adapter and then NAT network. Good. So you see we got a lot of things. They're very similar right there. And yeah, that was a ding right there. So let me, I'll have to deal with that later. Okay, let's go ahead and power on this machine. So let's click Start and start up this machine. It is powering on. It's going to give us a couple of options. One is going to be to start it live or to install it, and we are going to choose to install this this OS. Still going. Yeah, it can take a little time, especially with one processor and 1 gig of RAM. Okay, so now it's come up with the install or try. We're going to choose install. English, yes. Continue. If you want to install it in another language, go ahead. Now download updates while installing. No, do not. Choose continue. Erase disk and install elementary. Yes, we do. Install now. It says, oh no, we're going to wipe it out. Are you sure? Yes. Where are we located? New York's fine. And then your name. Student user. The computer's name is CYB DSK03. Username student. Password is password. And we're going to go ahead and choose login automatically. Now, if you want to click this little arrow there, you can click that and you can kind of see what's going on while it's doing its install. So that's kind of cool. Still installing. This is probably going to take about 7 minutes. All right, it is continuing. It's almost there. It looks like we're about 90%, 85%. Okay, it looks like installation is complete. Need to restart, so let's go ahead and choose Restart Now. And we'll see if this still scales to fit in the little screen that I've created inside of OBS here. So it says remove the installation medium and press enter. So we're just going to press enter. Up here in devices, we'll see if it's already removed, and you notice the disk is already gone, so we're good to go with that. All right, welcome to Elementary OS. So you can go through this now and look at the different options here, what's going on. And you get started. A couple of things that we will need to do is we need to change our DNS servers. So I'm going to try to get this a little bit larger. And we're going to need to install our virtual machine tools. So let's get those installed really fast. So go to Devices, choose Install Guest Editions CD Image. We'll see if that pops up on the screen here in Elementary OS. All right, nothing came up. Let's click on Applications, and we'll go to Terminal. Inside a terminal, do a sudo-s, password is password, and now we've popped over into that user account, super user do. So let's go over to media and see if it mounted it in media. It did not. So now we're going to have to look for our device, that CD-ROM image. So I did an LSBLK. We can see we have SR0, which is going to be our CD-ROM. So let's type mount dev SR0 to mount, like that, MNT. Now let's CD to MNT, which is the mount directory. And let's look inside there and see what we got. Let me expand the window out so it makes it a little easier to see here. In fact, it might be a good idea to make that as big as we can. There we go. All right, and we see this virtual vbox Linux editions.run. So let's go ahead and try that. So do a /vbox Linux editions.run. So we'll run that and we'll see if it works. A lot of times you have to install other utilities in there. You'll have to get a couple of build essential or other things to go in. In this case, it actually looks like it's working quite well. It installed without any problem whatsoever, which is really encouraging. So now we can choose exit. And what we can choose, sudo umount/mnt, and then exit. And then up here in devices, go ahead and remove that disk from our drive. Remove disk from virtual drive. It says, hey, it's still being used. We'll just say force unmount. All right, so now we've got elementary OS again. Let's go ahead and look up here at our adapters. And so we see those adapters there. We know that we've got 2 of them. We're going to go to network settings. On the network settings on our first adapter, we need to go to advanced settings. And we need to change the DNS. So we need to go through to IPv4 settings, automatic yes, and this right here, automatic DHCP addresses only. Click, we'll try that. And the DNS servers will do 192.168.56.11. And I don't know if it takes commas or spaces. We'll try that. Search domains, we'll leave that off. Client ID, we'll leave that off. And is there a static route? So we'll say save. Save on that. And then we'll go to the other one. Advanced settings. Go to IPv4. And down here we need 192.168.11. I'm going to try that just with automatic DHCP. I'm going to see if that works. Go back to the advanced settings in the first one. Let's try, I want everything to be as automatic as possible. So let's try that. And I'll just do 5611 because that resolves everything. So I'll say save. See if that goes. All right, that one still says connecting, and that's probably because of the routes. So let's go back over. Oh, wait, what am I thinking? Our first interface does not have DHCP at all. So we're going manual on that thing. And for the address, we're going to go ahead and set up that address manually. So we're going to choose add 192.168.56.103 because it's desktop 3. Netmask is 24. Gateway is 192.168.56.1 right there. DNS servers 11, yes, and save. So there we go. Now we should have all of that working. We're going to go ahead and close this window. So close that. Let's open up a terminal again. Inside of terminal, let's see if we can ping 4.2.2.2. Okay, we can ping that. And we'll see if we can ping www.yahoo.com. Okay, that means that works. Now let's see if we can ping taskfreak.lab.lan. And we can. So we are now all up and running with elementary OS. Hope this video helped. Now that we have a new desktop system that we can use, we can pop over and we can use the browser inside of that, and we can go over to our TaskFreak side, taskfreak.lab.lan, and we can start looking at running those systems there. Now, of course, this one is trying to give us security settings. So we'll go to http:// there. There you go. And so we can see TaskFreak right in our browser. Well, hope that this helps, and I look forward to talking to you later.